Hey there, Aurelie here from withhisgifts.com. Welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I have another video tutorial for you, and we are going to create this absolutely gorgeous card. So let's go ahead and get started. The stamp sets that we're using today are the Bunch of Blossoms, Background Bits, and Tranquil Tulips. Now, Background Bits and Tranquil Tulips are two brand new stamp sets that will be available beginning June 1st in the new annual catalog, and they are just for hosts. So contact me and ask me how you can host your very own in-person book or online workshop and get your hands on these absolutely gorgeous stamp sets. The ink pads that we're using today are Calypso Coral, Pear Pizzazz, Crumb Cake, and Early Espresso. And for our paper, I have a piece of crumb cake here that is cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. I have a piece of brand new designer series paper. This is from the Delightful Daisy designer series paper pack, and it is absolutely gorgeous. This too is available beginning June 1st and is in the new annual catalog. And I will show you the rest of it in just one second, but let me finish telling you what we're going to use for this project. So if you're going to follow along, you can follow along with me. Okay, I have two pieces of Very Vanilla. They are both cut at 2 3/4 by 4 1/2. And then a smaller piece of the Very Vanilla cut at 1 by 2 3/4, and then it's punched with the Banner Triple Punch. I have a delicate doily, some linen thread, about 35 inches maybe, and then about 5 or 6 inches of the Very Vanilla lace trim. Okay, so back to the paper, the Delightful Daisy. This comes in 12 by 12, but I am gearing up for my very first paper share, and so I have assembled some of the packets, and I'm going to show you really quick what is in here. And again, the full packs are 12 by 12. I do still have some spots in my paper share, so if you would like to grab a spot, I will post a link down below, and yeah, you can learn how to do that and jump on in, because I'd love to have you. So again, 12 by 12 is the designer series pack. This has been cut down for my paper share. So here are those, and then you have this and this. Gorgeous. They're two-sided. This and this, and this is what you would get if you, for this particular one, you would get if you reserved your spot in my paper share. So just what I'm showing you, this would be your pack of the Delightful Daisies. Isn't that pretty? This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. And that is it. So I just want to show that to you really quick. And we will be using some of this yummy new paper today. And some of the other things that we'll be using today are the Snail Adhesive, some regular old Scotch tape, glue dots, bone folder, paper snips, a sponge, and my best friend, my distressing tool. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and lay down a piece of my grid paper, because we will be doing some Stampin' Off. And then I am going to go ahead and start with one of the smaller pieces of the Very Vanilla. I'm going to go ahead and get my Calypso Coral ink ready. So I'm just going to open that up, as well as my Pear Pizzazz. Okay? And we are going to start stamping with the Tranquil Tulips stamp set. Okay, we're going to use this image here and this image here. This is a two-step, and we're going to use the leaves, and then we're going to use this bunch of stems here. So that's one stamp, the 3 stems. So those are the ones that we're going to use. It is Photopolymer, so I am going to go ahead and use my piercing mat so I can have a cushion. Sometimes you need it and sometimes you don't. I haven't figured out the science, so I like a crisp image every time, so I use it whenever I use Photopolymer stamps. So there we go. Alright, so we are going to start with the 3 stems, okay? And I am going to stamp that in the Pear Pizzazz, okay? So let me move this over a little bit so we can see what I'm doing. So I am stamping, and then I'm going to stamp that off, and then I am going to place that right about there, okay? Hold it down for just a second. There you go. Very faint. That is what we are looking for, okay? Then I am going to go ahead, and I'm not going to do the leaves just yet. I want to get my tulips in place. So I'm going to start with this image here, right here, and then we'll stamp this one right on top of it. Now, I did say that I wanted a crisp image, but just a little bit of disclosure. We are not going to get a crisp image with this stamp set because it's designed to look like watercolory. So I am going to go ahead and ink her up, and then I'm going to stamp off, okay? And I'm going to put one right at the top of the stem, like so. Gorgeous. I'm going to do the same 2 more times. I'm going to stamp off, put that right top like so, stamp off, put this right at the top like so. Alrighty, we are good so far. So the next one that I am grabbing is the second stamp. So I'm going to ink that up also in the Calypso Coral, and then I am also going to stamp off. I'm going to line that up as best as I could while on video. Hold that down for a second. Voila! Isn't that beautiful? Now, I stamped off, and you'll notice that my top layer is still darker. It's designed that way, and it gives me the effect that I'm looking for. I don't want the intense Calypso coral color. I want it to be faded and muted because I am going for the vintage look, because those of you who know me know that there is no other look, right? Okay, so here's my third one. Here we go. There are my gorgeous, gorgeous tulips. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead. I'm done with the Calypso Coral, so I'm going to get that out of the way. My Pear Pizzazz, I have my leaves here, one on each side. I'm going to go ahead and ink it up. I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to put this one here at the bottom of my stem, like that. It's gorgeous. And then, hold on a second, let me get a wipe, because I don't want that to end up on my paper. Right here, see? Grab a little bit of wipe if you get a little bit too happy with your stamping, your tapping. Alright, so that looks good. I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to bring that one over here. Okay? Just like that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside for 1 second, alright? Then I'm going to grab my other piece of the Very Vanilla that is the same size. And I don't really need the cushion for this because we are going to now get into the background bits and this lovely script right here stamp. These are all gorgeous. I can't wait to just use these over and over and over again, but today we're just using this script here, and I have that mounted. I'm ready to go, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab my crumb cake. Okay, and we are going to go ahead, start at the bottom or the top, wherever you like, but we're going to just stamp this all the way up or all the way down, depending on which end you start with. But isn't that gorgeous? Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. This is going to be my new best friend. Okay, so that looks good to me. All right, so now we are going to do what I do best, which is distress. So these two pieces here, they're still looking fairly kind of new, and we want to age them a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and grab my distress tool, and I am going to go around all four sides of both of these, okay? Just like so. Okay, and there we go. That looks a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and grab, before we get moving on, the smallest of the Very Vanilla, which was punched beforehand with the triple banner punch. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that, and we are using the bunch of blossoms for this thank you very much. This is like one of my most favorite thank yous to use. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So we're using that for our sentiment. Okay, and I have that already here, and I am going to stamp that in Early Espresso. Okay, and then I'm gonna tap, and the stamp always spreads out on me. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but we will get it because I don't want smudges on my sentiment. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time, and hopefully that's the charm, right? Okay, so stamp that right about there lightly because I don't want that ink to smudge. Yay! Oh no, that's not a yay. That was not a yay. Okay, let's do that again. All right, come on, Aurelie, you can do this. Stamp. Okay, I think that's good. All right, here we go. Bring that down closer to me so I can see what I'm doing. And thank you very much. 1, 2. There we go. That is much better. I am happy with that. Let's close that up. And then we're gonna go ahead and distress this piece so it can match the other pieces. Okay, and there's that piece. And while we are distressing, because there is not a piece of paper that is safe from my distress tool, we're gonna go ahead and distress this. And this is the final piece of paper that we'll be distressing in this video. Okay, and there is that. And if you don't have this handy dandy distress tool, no worries. You can do the same thing with the edge of your scissors. Just carefully slide the blade of your scissors along the edge of your paper and you will get the same exact results. Trust me. Okay, so now this is a good start with making the paper look old, which is always good, at least for me. I have my crumb cake and then my sponge. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and sponge around the edges of all of this yummy, gorgeous paper. Okay, so just like that, go ahead and grab your sponge and go around all of your edges that we just distressed. Okay, and that is going to further give us the look that we're looking for as far as an old card. Because, you know, all of the good things were made in the past. With the exception of technology, of course, because I love that. Alrighty, so I will meet you at the end. Alrighty, and that is how you distress paper, my friends. We are ready to put this gorgeous card together. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my card base. Let's get some of this stuff off of here and out of the way. I think we could move this busy paper, even though it's pretty. It is a little busy and distracting, so we'll move that out of the way. And let's go ahead and grab my snail. So I have the piece of my designer series paper. Okay, I'm going to flip that over. Alrighty, put some on my sides, and then I am going to mount that right on front. Okay. Okay, that looks good to me. Okay. And then I always run my fingernails across the edges and give it that extra little distress look. Oops, come on. Just like that. Just gives it that little extra, you know, like that. Like gorgeous. Okay, so now we are going to grab the piece that we stamped with the background bits script and my doily. So that's going to sit kind of like so. Okay. And I like to kind of eyeball where my stuff is going to be before I commit to laying stuff down. So just like that. Okay. And then I can go ahead, I know that that is going to come right onto my edge, so it still fit in my envelope. So I will just lift that up like so. This is exactly where I want it to be. And put some snail behind there and set it down just like that. Then back to my script. Okay. I'm going to put some snail back here. And this is going to be right about so. Okay. Like that. Alrighty. Okay, just making sure it's down. Alright, and then I'm going to do the same thing to these edges, and I'm going to go ahead and run my fingernail down the side without tearing up my doily. Okay, just careful on that side, because the doily is delicate. Alrighty, okay, just like that. Isn't that gorgeous? Alrighty, so then this one's gonna come right about there, but before we put that down, there's a little bit of stuff that we need to put on here. So we're gonna go ahead and grab my linen thread and my lace trim and my scotch tape, and then I'm going to grab my linen thread, get a piece of tape or 2 pieces of tape ready. Okay, and then we're gonna go right about there. Okay, see where that is? Then we're gonna tuck that behind like so, and we're gonna put some tape on there. Okay, and then I'm gonna go across to the other side. Okay, and then I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna widen it. I'm gonna go up on top of it, but then I'm gonna come down close on the bottom. Okay, and back across through the back, and then widen that, and right here close on this edge. So just like that. And then we will put tape on this side like so. We're going to snip. Where's my paper snips? Snip that right there. Alrighty. Okay. So then, this right here is ready to get mounted, like so. Alright. But, you know what? I'm not gonna do that because, yeah, I will. Just thought that I would have better luck with my bow because I'm getting better with bows, but I was just thinking out loud, is it going to be easier for me to tackle the bow before this goes on or after? Okay, so I'm kind of tilting it. Let's see, right about there, bringing it down some, so offsetting and tilting it like that. All right, and then we're going to make sure that that is down. Okay, and then we shall do the same thing with the fingernails. It just helps to stress that edge a little more. This card is super simple, and the result is absolutely gorgeous. So you have to, absolutely have to have this Tranquil Tulip stamp set in your collection. You just do. It's a must. It's a must. Trust me, it's a must. Okay, you will not regret it. All right, so that's what we have so far. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is take the remainder of my linen thread, and I'm folding that in half. Okay, and then I am going to slide that under the linen thread that we wrapped here. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and tie that down. All right, like so, just like that. All right, and then this here, the lace trim, we're gonna fold that in half, and then we're going to kind of lay that across, so like that, and then we're gonna go ahead and tie another knot. We're gonna tie that in place like so. All right, just gonna give our bow a little extra because, you know, we like extra. Gorgeous. Okay, we want to pull that down a tad because that's a little bit too much extra. Alrighty, there we go, just like that. All right, and then we will proceed with tying our bow, and I always turn mine upside down because, yeah, that's how I do bows. We're gonna do this and this, pull it through. Come on, Aurelie, you can do it. All right, now we will play with that and get it to look gorgeous, right? I'm pulling my tails like so. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead, let's pull that down just a little bit more. So I'm pulling my tails and my little bow up top gets smaller. All right, and then we will cut some of this off like so. Alrighty. Okay, and then we will go ahead and put our finger down on it and grab our bone folder and just give it a little curly curl so it has some personality. Oh, come on. Right there. Okay, so yeah, just a little bit. That's good. Just a little bit. Like that. Perfect. And then all we need is our sentiment, which is right here, and I am going to take my bone folder and put it behind, right on the middle, and go out on each side like so, and then on the ends in the front I'm going up like that. Okay, so that creates like a little movement on my banner. And then my glue dots right here. Okay, and they go on my valleys, so right there. So there's like a slope on each end, and that's where I put them on the back. So see that? There's my glue dots, okay? And then I'm going to tuck that in right about here, okay? And it's gonna go up just a skosh, like so, okay? And there you have it. Super duper easy, super duper quick, and super duper elegant. So make sure to jot down the supply list down below. Then head on over to my website and place your order today so you can make these absolutely gorgeous cards at home. Now remember that you will have to wait till June 1st to order the host stamp sets along with the designer series paper. And remember that these stamp sets that we use, these lovely tulips and this lovely script, are for host only. So make sure that you ask me how you can host your very own face-to-face or in-person book or online party, and you too can have these lovely and gorgeous stamp sets. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed this video tutorial, please leave me a comment down below, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Until next time, thank you and have a great day.